Alright, Shalom, just continuing. I ain't want the first video to be too long. This is the second part of this video. But I'm going to start off at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. I'm going to read verse 15. It says, the way of the fool, where the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. See, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. About think he right in his own eyes. So what that makes him, according to the scriptures, a fool. It's not hard. The mark of the beast is not a spiritual thing. It is a physical thing. It's physical all day long. It's not spiritual. It's not some corny, whack, left field philosophic beliefs, because we would all be set up. We would all be set up for destruction if that was the case. Because brothers have come from different spiritual walks. I would say it like that. If his sense is about want to use the word terminology spiritual, we have all come from different walks. You know, some brothers come out of Jehovah's Witness. Some brothers come from the Nation of Islam. You know, I came out of Christianity growing up, you know, and so forth and so forth. So if that's the case, we do this work for no reason. We're set up for destruction. Our work is for no effect. If you let Zabak tell it. But continuing. One more time. This is Proverbs 12 and 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. See, when you hearken unto counsel, you wise. You're considered wise in the Heavenly Father's eyes. When you hearken to the ones who know, you want. What's the what you want to know the breakdown? You new in this thing? You want to know the breakdown? You have a ton of videos from Elder Apostle Har on down to other brothers breaking down the mark of the beast and what it is and everything. That's the wise counsel that you attain unto. You find out what's going on. It says, but he that hearkeneth unto this, that is a wise man. And Zabak, he doesn't hearken unto counsel, so he's not wise. Let's continue. Verse 23. It says, a prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. See, a prudent man, a wise man, a subtle man, he's going to conceal the knowledge, meaning he's going to hold in that knowledge. He's going to hold it in. He's going to hold in the wisdom of Yahweh Yahushua. It says, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. I guess you know what Zabak proclaiming. Foolishness. The mark of the beast being spiritual is foolish. It is physical. It says it in the scriptures. He even went over it and still he was trying to direct it toward the, oh, if you get it in your forehead, if you get it in your forehead. No, it says your hand or your forehead. Yeah, but anyways. Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. See, Zabak despised the word, because when brothers do these lessons and bring it out and correct them, he despised the correction because he's stiff-necked, he hard-headed, he pig-headed, bull-headed. He don't want to budge. But the missiles gonna budge him, and if not the missiles, anything that the Heavenly Father has set up before the missiles gonna budge him. So he despised the word, so he gonna be dealt with. He gonna be destroyed anyway. Verse 20 of Proverbs 13. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. So when you walk with wise men, you're gonna be wise. But when you a companion of a foolish man, you're gonna be destroyed. So everybody that's following Zabak, they don't wise up, but the Heavenly Father don't wake them up. Guess what? They're gonna be destroyed. Right along with Zabak. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ain't no getting around it. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Ain't no trying to make it sound good, putting sugar and cherries on it. Destruction is gonna come to this Zabak man. This he called himself a priest or whatever, but destruction is gonna come to him because he doesn't want to hearken. He don't want to listen. He want to be stiff-necked. But again, the title of this lesson is "The Stiff-Necked Will Not Learn." Proverbs 15. Verse 7. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. See, the lips of the wise are going to disperse this knowledge. They're going to bring forth this truth in sincerity, in edification, and humbleness. The lips of the wise will disperse this knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. And it is what it is. His heart, he has a foolish heart. So he's not going to bring forth this truth as he's supposed to. He's going to always put his own twist and lie about it. And I mean, if you're not going according to the scriptures, what the scriptures say, you're lying. It's just that simple. Keep going. Verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. See? When you forsake the truth, when you forsake the right way, the correction that comes upon you is going to be grievous, meaning you're going to hate it. You're not going to listen. You're not going to want to deal with it. You're going to not, yeah, whatever. And you're going to try to keep your own, you're going to try to keep your resolve. But it says, and he that hateth reproof shall die. He that hateth this reproof, this correction, this checking, it's going to die. It's going to be destroyed. He's going to be destroyed, period. Verse 14. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. The mark of the beast, being a spiritual thing, is foolishness. The heart of a man that hath understanding, he's going to seek the knowledge. He's going to seek the understanding, the wisdom of what he's speaking about and what is coming out of his mouth. But the mouth of the mouth of the fool of fools feedeth on foolishness. Zabak feed on foolishness. What's foolishness? The mark of the beast, being spiritual. That's foolish. All day long. Continuing. Proverbs 18, verse 6. A fool's lips shall enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. See, a fool's lips, fool's mouth is going to enter into contention. He's going to always cause himself problems. He's going to get himself in trouble all the time. And his mouth calleth for strokes. His mouth calleth for these destructions. For this destruction. Not these destructions, but this destruction. For destruction. Period. His mouth is calling for it. He asking for the Most High to judge him. You know what I'm saying? Burn me with a missile. Infect me with the plagues, or let me die in the race riots or whatever, because this stuff is coming to this place. All the destruction that the brothers have been speaking about in the scriptures concerning America is coming. Y'all think because the birds chirping, the sky's all blue and everything, pretty, and the grass green, the trees growing, flowers blooming, that don't mean nothing. The Most High, he gonna judge this place. Verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and the lips are the snare to his soul. Loose lips sink ships. Your mouth will get you in trouble. The old school saying goes, don't let your mouth write a check your butt can't cash. And that's what Zabak doing. His mouth is writing a check that his behind ain't gonna be able to cash. He gonna have to pay for it. Death by pain is how he gonna have to pay for it. But continuing. Proverbs 19:29. It says, judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the back of fools. See, judgment is prepared for scorners, and the stripes are for the backs of fools. See, judgment is prepared for those who don't want to listen, who don't want to go according to the scriptures, who want to live in sin, which is 2/3 of our people. So judgment is prepared for them. And stripes are for the back of fools. The stripes, beatings, punishment is for the back of fools, people that are foolish. That's what it's for. Isaiah 8:20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in him. Well, I guess you know there is no light in Zabak because he's not speaking according to the scriptures. The scriptures say the mark of the beast is physical. If you get it in your hand or in your forehead, you will be tormented with fire and brimstones before the holy angels and the Lamb. you will be destroyed. There's no light in Zabak. There's no light in him. Hosea. Matter what, go on and get it. This is Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. See? Our 2/3 of our people, these so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans, are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because they don't know nothing. They have rejected the knowledge. Sabak, he in that same boat. So he rejected the knowledge of the Heavenly Father. So guess what? The Heavenly Father says, I will also reject thee. I'm going to reject you because you reject my truth. You reject my instructions and the way you're supposed to go. And thou shalt be no priest unto me. I'm sorry, but he called himself a priest, but he's not a priest unto the Most High. He's not. He is not. You know, he tried to cover it up with oh man, we just respectfully disagree. No, you don't disagree with Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. You looking at a man. No, you don't. You disagree with the Heavenly Father. And that just ain't going to fly. So that's why you got to fry. So the Heavenly Father going to forget Zabak and his children. And 2/3 of our people. He going to forget them and their children as well. When his destruction comes, he going to let them get bust up. He ain't finna be like, oh no, but yeah. All right, Amos. That is 5 and 10. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 10. This is, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Zabak don't like nobody correcting him on that mark of the beast thing. He don't like it. 2/3 of our people don't like the men of the Lord that are on the highways and the byways, rebuking them and correcting them. They abhor the men of the Lord. They hate us. They don't like us. They don't like this truth coming out. They don't want to hear it. And Zabak don't want to hear his correction on the mark of the beast is physical and not spiritual. He don't want to hear it. Now let's go back to Proverbs. Because every time you correct them, when you correct somebody, this is what they do when they don't want to hear it. This is Proverbs chapter 29. It says, he that being often reproved hardeneth his neck, and shall suddenly be destroyed and without remedy. See, when you harden your neck, and when you often being reproved, you're gonna harden your neck. You're gonna, I don't want to listen to that, I don't want to hear that. Guess what? You're gonna suddenly be destroyed, Zabak. And 2/3 of Israel, you're gonna be suddenly destroyed if you harden your neck. Because you don't want to hear the truth. It's not about you. It's about Yahweh Yahweh Shai. You building upon the foundation. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're the householders. We're the ones that was left in charge to continue in the work until Yahweh Shai come back. But see, when you being often reproved, when you've been often corrected, you're gonna harden your neck. When you're not lining up with the truth, you're gonna always harden your neck. Every time some reproof come out, man, whatever. You ain't gonna listen. Guess what? You're gonna be destroyed suddenly and without remedy. Ain't gonna be no saving. Sirach, last point. 21. Sirach 21 and 12. Right to it. He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. See, when you're not wise, you will not be taught. When you're hard-headed, you will not be taught. Old school saying, hard head make a soft behind. When you act like you can't hear, when it's time for that punishment, guess what? You ain't going to be able to stand. You're going to be overtaken. And there is a wisdom that multiplieth bitterness. Sometimes increasing in this wisdom and going this thing, you really find out like, man, a lot of people don't understand. It's kind of bitter to you, but you still keep pushing. Verse 15. It says, if a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeases him, and he casteth it behind his back. And that's what the Zabak does. He's one of no understanding. A skillful man, he's going to hear that word, okay, and he's going to build upon that. He's going to add to it. He's going to make it better. But one of no understanding, as soon as he hears, he's going to cast it behind his back. Zabak done heard this correction before from many brothers, that the mark of the beast is not a spiritual thing, yet he still continues to teach it because he casted that correction behind his back and he don't want to hear it. Nah, whatever. was a buck, you gonna get destroyed. Shalom.